They can see us. We're live.
I'm going to click on Facebook.
Jenna said there's no cussing in this, so I'm going to trust her.
Okay,
on
you're
this
good
one.
then. You can trust her. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Oh, what a hard hit. Yo.
Donde está?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, wait. I'm on the wrong page. I need to go to my page. There it is, everybody. It's up and live. Let's share. Contract live with us. Please. Okay, gonna go to YouTube's.
Are we going to get sued for that?
Probably. Oh, someone liked my comment. Nice.
He's open.
Wait, did you put 135 on there?
It was.
It's 134, isn't
No,
it?
it said 134 was last week.
Are you sure?
That's what number was in there already.
Okay. If you say so, Pappy.
My share was we live hashtag 3%.
3% what?
You don't listen, do you? We're in the
Never.
3% of all creators
Yes,
on Facebook.
we are. I forgot.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. You guys want some candy corn?
No, I'm on a diet.
Are you really? Candy corn is amazing.
I did a 24-hour fast this past day.
On purpose?
Kind of.
On purpose.
Kinda. Are they going for 2? No, they haven't scored a touchdown yet. I thought he scored. Get in there, big dog. Oh, that's going to be bad tape for tomorrow. That's embarrassing.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Story. That's what I want to know. Let's see.
Oh, I dropped one. All right, we'll give it 2 more minutes.
Until you find it and eat it.
No, I'm not eating off the ground.
It's your office.
Yeah, good point. Matt.
Got to put a link. I'm breathing heavy.
You all right?
No, I'm fine.
Left
You-
arm pain?
You need my inhaler?
No. Wait. Is it a trick?
Yes.
You caught him.
Let's see. Trying to think of a funny thing to put on the. You can write whatever you want on the tag on Instagram. So like for them to get to the YouTube link, I can write whatever. So if they click on it, it'll take them to the YouTube page.
Very cool.
I usually put like touch this or
Yeah.
poke this or
30 seconds.
Let's see.
30 seconds to what?
20 seconds. $10 seconds.
That energy drink is kicking in.
Feeling it? 5, 4, 3,
What?
2,
I've not shared it everywhere.
1. And here we go. All right, everybody shut up. It's time for the game.
That blows my mind. What'd he say?
Can you give my address out on Facebook?
Did he dox you? I don't know. Jesus is coming.
If you say another word, you're out of here. And I was like, yeah, well, you're terrible. So
You think you could kill that cat barehanded if it came at you?
No.
Oh, I think yes.
and this is Podbless.
Yo. Are we good? You guys all right? Brett died. Hey.
Turn my mic
I
on.
was like
Yeah.
Elsa.
What?
That was my pantomime.
Oh.
I said I was like Elsa. Frozen, get it?
Face, pink, tears.
I don't know what that
know.
means.
Yeah, I'm not
Sorry.
sure either. Thanks, Mike.
Did Mike have a stroke?
Oh, let's see. I'm trying to see
What are you doing?
stuff on Twitch.
Oh, yeah, Twitch.
I was trying to figure out how to post some of our videos to there because you can post some videos, but I guess you got to do it from a desktop. I don't know.
Sounds like a job for the guy with the desktop.
Right?
I have no clue how Twitch works.
It's,
I've used it like 3 times.
It's a
Isn't
live
it called
stream.
twerk?
No, that's a different thing.
That's the plural.
No. That's
Are
what you do
people-
on Twitch.
Yeah. Are people really calling YouTube X? Is that something that's
No,
happening?
They're calling Twitter X.
I
because
meant
it's
to say
its
that.
name
Thank
now.
you. Is that
It's-
happening
yeah.
for real?
If you get emails showing you there's a tweet, it'll say formerly known as Twitter. X.
So what is it called when you send a message on X?
X.
Marks a spot with
Sure.
a dash and a dot.
Maybe we should come up with some names for it.
I like the word tweet though.
Well, it's not Twitter anymore, so
But can you tweet on X?
you
Or
sound
do
like
you
a
X
you
on
sound
X?
like a twit. I don't know what it's called anymore. I don't know if I'm sure somebody's had to come up with a joke about that or done something with it.
Yeah, there's probably lots of
What do you
jokes.
call a tweet now? Just search it.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I'm not right. I'm just giving ideas here. Hey, somebody already shared it. Nice.
It's just going to be like a thought.
It was Brad as well. Brad shared it too.
Posts on the sites are now called X's.
So X's and O's.
So you would say I X'd.
Well, they took away the heart
Yeah.
button. What they made it an X also.
Oh, that'd be cool.
No,
So you don't know if you like it or if you don't like it. You give it an X instead
Yeah.
of a thumbs up or a heart.
I don't have Twitter or X.
Michael Mitched.
What are they forcing?
No.
I'm confused. The X
Oh yeah, they're forcing the
Oh,
X
yeah.
on you, making you change.
rebranding, whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's trying to run Twitter into the ground anyway, just to make a point.
I don't
Because
tweet.
he didn't pay for it from his own money. He did
He took it from
other people.
SpaceX.
probably.
Did you hear that?
No.
Maybe he took it on a loan from Mars.
Josh, David asked for prayer.
All right, man. I'll be praying for you. Show enough. X's and O's. Yeah.
Exit that. She's got a point there. They're missing a opportunity there.
I don't think they're looking for it.
Yeah, that's gonna be true too. He is interesting. He's a crazy dude.
No, he's autistic. He has Asperger's.
I mean, he definitely could. Like that's
No,
not.
he
Is that what we
does.
call it interesting now? No, he literally does.
No,
yeah.
that's
I mean,
for
he
real.
is factually interesting. Like,
Oh.
the dude sent his own rockets into space, and
Well, there's a lot of
built,
people that do that. Bezos did that. He sent a rocket into space. And
no, it went to
He-
the outer atmosphere. It didn't actually
it
go to
went,
space.
how far did yours goes? I mean, words not work well.
Words not work. Well.
So I was going to bring up something in the beginning of the show
Ooh.
that's interesting.
What
I
do you
don't
got?
think I got to talk to you guys about it.
Ooh,
Do you know anything about the nervous system of the body?
is this a joke?
My eyes
No,
been
this is-
twitching all day. So
This is for real. That's a lack of sleep and
Good to know.
stress
I know a
Could be.
very little bit.
and being obese. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
My eyes don't twitch. I'm just joking.
What about it?
But no, the nervous system. So there's been a new unveiling to me, not an unveiling to everyone, but the nerve called the vagus nerve. Have you heard about that one? It's not a joke. I know it sounds like a setup.
No, this is
It's a real thing.
yeah. Yes, I know where you're going with this now.
Do you? I don't think you do. But so it's recently been brought up to like my mom and a few other people of like, it's been around forever, but they were
Yeah.
discussing it, how it controls your, it has a lot to do with your digestive system.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot to do with your balance, I don't know. There's a bunch of different things the vagus nerve like works in your body with, but just like a sciatica getting pinched and stuff like that, it'll make pain shoot to different parts of your body, even though it starts from like your hips or your back, things of that nature.
Responsible for digestion, heart rate, and breathing.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
Well, there's more than that too.
Pastor Derek, the Las Vegas nerve.
Nope, it's not. They lost their nerve. But
they gambled it away.
So
that's
wait,
the word-
what?
That's the one I was looking for.
What about it?
So in finding out about this, I've researched a little bit more and actually heard some more podcasts and things like that talking about it. There's actually a case of this woman with the vagus nerve where she was constipated for a very long time. And because it has to do with that vagus nerve and things of that nature, when she finally passed her bowels, it made her pass out and black out for 8 hours, not knowing who she was.
Yeah.
She was just looking around, not knowing who she was for like 8 hours because of this vagus nerve. And
That'd be
she passed
scary.
such a load of crap that
She was conscious,
yeah,
but
she
just didn't know who she was for 8 hours.
because of that.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. My mom says it just made her dizzy. Not the constipation, just the vagus nerve. But she just had eye stuff done,
Yeah.
eye surgery or whatever. And the eye doctor was like, "Oh yeah, the irritation of poking your eyes and stuff will affect the vagus nerve."
That would just be terrifying because like everything around you would be scary because you wouldn't know.
Would
like,
you be scared though?
even
Maybe you
'cause-
just be in bliss of like, huh? If
well,
you don't know who
wait,
you are,
but you would know enough to know that you didn't know where you were, which would be disconcerting,
I
right?
don't think there's rules to it.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it's just she didn't know who she
So
was.
if you hit them in
and,
the head again, then they remember everything, right? That's what
That's
the old
amnesia.
cartoons
Yeah.
taught us.
yeah, whack
Just
in
hit
the
them
head.
again. They'll remember it all.
Yeah, but I thought that was very interesting. I tried looking for more constipation losing who you were stories, but I couldn't find any others.
Probably pretty unique, right?
I would assume.
Yeah.
You know, wouldn't bet on it, I guess.
That's a Tuesday for Matt.
There's Josh again.
Josh, is that uncommon? That doesn't happen to you guys?
Oh, forgetting who you are after a big poo.
At least 10 minutes. Hey, what just happened? Oh my
You
god.
need to come out and get a water.
Yeah. You need like a halftime? Time out. Gotta go. Hydrate.
People put mini fridges in like their teddy bear caves and stuff. Not their teddy, like their man caves. Sorry, mine's called the teddy bear cave. And I'm gonna start putting like a mini fridge in the bathroom. So if I have to stay in there too long, I have like a cold water.
Nice.
Or, you know, a nice cool beverage.
Morgan the Brain is pretty cool. Pastor
Ooh.
Derek said Elvis Presley.
Elvis
I
Presley.
wonder if that's something to do with. Didn't he die?
Oh, yeah, he died of
Didn't
having.
he die on the pot?
The Duke had a bunch of poop in him too. He had like 12 pounds of dookie in him.
John Wayne?
John Wayne, when
Yeah.
he died, yeah, he had like 12 pounds of dookie.
I
You could
did
look
not
that
know
up.
that.
That's a real thing. But yeah,
That
the
sounds-
Duke
That's
was
got to
full
be
of Duke.
old age, right? Did he die of old age? John Wayne?
Yeah, he was pretty old. No, he wasn't super old. That sounds like a lot of stuff to look up.
Filibuster.
How old was he, and how much poop did he have in his colon?
I don't want
It's a real thing. I'm
I
telling
believe
you.
you.
There was several pounds. When, funny enough, poo doesn't weigh that much. When people are like, "Man, I pooed so much, I weigh 3 pounds less." You really don't.
He was 72 years old
That's a good age. Not too
Died.
bad.
of cancer.
Cancer. Okay.
72 sounds like a good age to die.
It's
Not
a touch
bad.
early. It's a touch early.
Nah.
Not these days.
Just a touch.
Everybody's living too much. The world's overpopulated.
No, 72 is too early.
Nah, I think it's about right.
82.
That's too
Nah,
old.
it's too old.
No. You can stay fit till you're 82.
Look at me. I gotta get there first. I can't stay there.
I'm
Look
trending
at
towards
me.
not.
Yeah. You guys are ridiculous.
How much poop was in his colon?
I didn't look that part up, but
Just make up a
I
number.
don't know.
do you have a segment for this week?
Barely.
Ready to get your ear holes blessed? Take it away, Josh.
You know, we said it was getting chilly, but I'm still hot.
I am too.
I'm sweaty.
It's probably because I have this sweet Podbless.
Oh,
Hoodie
a
on.
light hoodie too.
Look at that.
It's not overly
It's a little
hot.
snug. I will
It's-
give you that.
It's good for
Gate
the, for the fall
control
weather.
theory, says Morgan.
Gate
The
control.
brain can override everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
I guess you have to have the right stones, the mystical stones for that.
Yeah.
If he was in the
Oregon Trail, it would have been dysentery. Yeah,
That's
yes,
true.
it would have. Or they would have died trying to ford the river.
What a great game.
Forge
Great
River.
game.
It's an oldie.
Is it
but a
still
good one.
around? Like, can I play it today?
Yeah, you can play it today.
There's got to be like an app version.
Oh, gotta be. It was so
looking it
low
up.
quality. You want to look that up and know how much poo is in the Duke.
I'm not looking up that.
Anyway, this is my segment, and I guess I'm just going to jump into it. We were pitching some ideas. Pinching. So many poo references tonight.
We're not even that far into the show.
Right? So we were pitching out ideas, and this is the one we came up with for my segment. Bougie and You. I feel like there should be a song for that. Like, Bougie and You. Yeah.
Or it should be like high class, like piano.
Ooh, yeah, fancy. Put the pinky out and everything. So, for those of you that don't know what bougie means, I was trying to look up the full definition, but basically it's when somebody's acting fancy, when someone is...
I'm so fancy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so fancy.
Last week you did
You already know.
white trash, right?
Right.
So white trash to high
Or no,
class
that was
is
Brett.
what we're
That was
doing.
Brett's
Oh,
name.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
he was... being trashy. So this week we're going to go on the opposite end. And what is the bougie things you do? So if you're out there watching and you want to comment in, think of the bougie thing you do. Something
So the most high maintenance, like highfalutin thing that you do.
Most of our viewers didn't start off bougie, I can assume. So what is something as you're getting older that you've noticed that you do that would be considered bougie?
After you married a doctor,
yes.
what did you do?
Listen, I'm going to let you guys hash some stuff out because,
We're not going to be able to compete.
No, I felt it's the same with the trashy talk too. Like I feel like I'm
You
trashy.
win both?
Yeah, I feel
I
like
like that. That makes you
I'm on
well-rounded.
top of the trashy, but it's a pile.
But it's
of,
golden trash.
Yeah, it's like a pile of really nice things.
It's like trash that you'd want to go through if it wasn't yours. You'd be like,
Right.
ooh, I'd like to go through that stuff and see what
Correct.
he's got.
So if you're out there commenting in, think of the bougie things that you do that you didn't do when you were younger, that you have grown to be like, oh yeah, I do the fancy, like, okay, potato chips. I love name brand potato chips.
Yeah.
Going through the Dave Ramsey thing and trying to pay off stuff and buy cheap. I'll tell you who has the best off-brand stuff is Aldi's. Aldi's off-brand chips
Really?
are pretty on par. They do well. They're not Lay's. Don't get me wrong.
So I'm a brand. If that's bougie, I'm a brand name person.
Food or just
Food, everything. Apple products are just.
That's not food, but
I know,
get
but
it
like
has
it's
the
a brand name.
Apple. Yeah, you kind of.
You could have this literally the same thing, and it could be not Apple.
Yeah.
And then if Apple was like, "Here, we made the same thing," I'd be like, "Oh, I need that thing," instead of the other one.
Matt says nice slippers.
That's
Mine,
a good call.
mine is I just started wearing underwear.
Ooh.
Oh,
wait.
okay.
I'm teasing.
I was
My bougie
just
thing is
started.
underwear.
Well,
that's fancy.
okay.
No poop stains in your
Pinkies
shorts anymore.
Out.
Yeah, so yeah, brand name stuff, that's a real bougie thing of just like having to have. I think I did that more though when I was poorer.
There's a legitimate difference.
Oh yeah.
It's a real thing. People are like, "Oh, it's just the same stuff. They put a different name on." No,
Yeah.
no, it
Lay's
tastes the same.
potato
You can
chips.
put a bowl of Lay's and 4 other types of chips in front of
You're
me.
gonna
I will
know.
pick the Lay's every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
hunt 10 out of 10, 1,000 out of 1,000.
It's the same way with soda.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're not gonna. In my opinion, I'm not gonna buy the big K
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
Oh, bacon. That's a good one too. Wright's bacon. If you once you buy don't buy the good bacon unless you want to buy it forever.
Yeah.
Because once you buy the good bacon, you're
never
stuck.
go back.
You can't
I
go
always
back
buy
to
the-
Oscar
the-
Mayer.
I always buy the black label cherry wood smoked.
Oh.
Bacon for me though, bacon's bacon. Like I've had fresh bacon from the hog.
I'll
as
eat
it fell
bacon
down.
anywhere, but
Yeah.
it's better that way.
Yeah. So I mean, bacon for me is bacon, but yeah, I do appreciate that thought.
What if something used to be cheap, but then the price changed, and now it makes me feel like I'm being a little highfalutin to go buy it?
Well, it just depends on trends, I guess, for that concept.
So every time I would go to like the Kenwood Mall,
Yeah.
I would always bring Christina back a piece of cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory because it's good.
Ooh,
It's really
yeah.
good. Used to be like
It's in their name.
$5.50 a slice, right? Went there most recently.
$10.50.
It was $11.50 a slice.
Ooh.
A slice?
Slice.
I don't care.
So here's what you do.
It's not worth
slice.
You bring a cheesecake up here, get the little container that says
Ooh.
Cheesecake Factory, and you're like, "Here, babe, I got you this."
Yeah.
That's true. Just
She
go to-
won't know.
Go to Aldi's and buy a frozen
She will,
cheesecake and just. I doubt it.
Well, then that's
They're
high
so
food.
good.
Well, she probably
You're right.
checks the bank statement too. So she'll
I use
know.
cash.
Oh, smart. Probably. I don't know. You're
No, I
buying
use
it.
cash so that she doesn't know it's like I want to surprise her, so I always use
Nice.
cash. When I
No,
do
this
it.
is the
That's
thing. When your
Yeah.
wife is in control of the bank account, because my wife is,
My wife is.
Also.
I'm not embarrassed to say that.
you always carry cash.
My wife's in
I
charge
do
of,
always carry cash though too.
My wife's in charge of filling it up.
She's
so.
not a fan of the cash because I can go off the board with it.
So like, she'll know if I get cash out,
Yeah.
but so like I'll buy lunch at work or whatever, and the guys will pay me back, and it'll be in cash, and then that's how I keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your fun money.
That's how you do it. Morgan says no off-brand soda. She's
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Off-brand soda. I can do it, but it's usually mixing it with something else or
why?
something. But
Why?
well, you don't. It's just what's available.
Because sometimes soda's like $7.99 for a 12-pack. I get it.
Oh, it's super high right
Yeah.
now. You can't get.
I
a
don't really
12-pack
drink
for
pop.
$7.
Except Ale8, which is always. Oh crap!
Oh, Sarah's
crap.
watching.
Oh, we gotta start talking about bank.
The
Hold on.
one time
The
she's
one
watching.
time,
The
man.
one time.
Oh
See?
man.
Hey Sarah, make sure to like and share while you're watching for the first time.
Oh man.
Sarah.
What's this? The third year?
This
she
is
does
all.
now?
This is just for show, guys.
Yeah,
Come on.
this is all a bit. This is a bit. I mean, for real.
Jimmy Dean sausage for
Has
breakfast.
she ever commented in on the show?
Yeah. I
Once
don't-
or twice, maybe.
That
Yeah.
It's been at least a year.
I think once a year. So
Dang.
it's going on the 3rd year now.
You just got yourself, bro.
But what's something else that if somebody sees you using or doing this thing that they would be like, oh man, he's being bougie. Like I wear a bathrobe now. Like when it gets cool out. Like I never had a
is that
bathrobe
bougie?
before. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I
used
think
to
so.
it was sweatpants and a sweatshirt.
So this
That
is
was
something
all
I don't
ever
do
did.
very often,
Yeah.
which is odd because of the profession that like normally in history, usually ministers dress up like
Yeah.
suits and ties,
in
but
a
it's,
robe.
it's just
and
not that way now, right?
put a
Yeah.
cape on. And
Like if
stuff.
I wore a suit and tie every week here, it would be odd because the people don't even
Oh.
wear that,
Well,
and that's uncomfortable for them. You know,
Well, you know, they probably would respect you more if you did. I'm just,
I would.
no,
but no,
But
I'm just kidding. They know.
yeah, they know me. I enjoy wearing a suit and tie.
Yeah, it is a
Like
fun
if that
thing.
was a requirement for the job,
Yeah,
I would do it.
I think you've brought that up before.
Yeah.
too, where you're like, I would love to have an excuse. to-
Yeah, and like I don't
You,
because
and you were saying how much
I'm
you.
gonna sneeze.
Oh, ugh. Yeah, you were saying how much you love funerals because it gives you a chance to wear a tux. Yeah, or not a tux, but I can
He
say
wears a
anything.
tux to a funeral.
I don't remember phrasing it that way.
Oh no, I bougied it up for you.
Yeah, but
that
I
sounds better.
like I would dress. I'd wear a tie every day.
Yeah.
you know, and maybe that's because I don't have to. I could
Yeah.
see how like if you had to, you
Oh.
wouldn't want to do that.
Going to my Bible college and having to like cut my hair all the
Yeah.
time, it makes me regret it so much because now I can't grow hair. So,
Like no shorts either, right?
oh,
What?
he gets his bacon from the side of pork he buys.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, that's like I said. Growing up, like when it comes to pig meat, like Paul Ralph and them, they would kill a hog, like raise it themselves and kill it, and that tops every bacon product or sausage product because they would be frying it up as they're cutting up the meat. They just
My
Not good.
12-hour decongestant is wearing off right now. I can feel the
Oh, you got it.
the recongestant.
yeah.
Uh,
Josh has nothing. Painfully basic is the phrase that he just used for himself.
you're not bougie at all, huh?
Josh, but we love you for that.
Do you wear the fancy tank tops now? I remember you used to wear those wife beaters all the time when you were younger. Do you go get the nice ones now, not the bulk pack at Walmart?
He gets the
maybe?
same ones, but he just gets more of them, so they're more clean.
There you go. Yeah, you can have cleaner ones as they go down the way.
Well, Brett just started wearing underwear, so
That's true. Yeah.
there is an Oregon Trail game. I just downloaded it.
My
Can we play with each other? Is it multiplayer?
I'm about to check that.
That'd be great.
not Starbucks, but Dunkin' because I don't do Starbucks.
Hmm. Yeah,
my-
Starbucks is.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is highfalutin.
I feel.
What's your order? Did you say it yet?
No, I've not.
Go
ahead.
I was going to say when I see people doing Starbucks, I think bougie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, you're being bougie for sure.
And Dunkin's like the lower class of the coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
if I see somebody drinking Dunkin', I'm not like, oh, look at there, big spender. I'm like, oh, it's Dunkin'.
but my order though is pretty. I don't know if it's highfalutin or. Am I saying that? I don't know why I keep
Yeah,
saying
highfalutin.
that's the right word.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That's the correct countryology.
It's my order is large iced coffee
Grande?
with sugar. No, large. It's
Oh.
Dunkin'.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, not a vente.
Congratulations. You're stupid in 3 languages.
Large iced coffee with sugar and cream with 5 shots of raspberry.
5 shots of raspberry.
Yeah.
How much sugar is in 1 shot of raspberry?
I don't know.
He said his sweatshirt's tight, so it must be enough. I don't ever buy coffee from places unless it's like a sit-down restaurant. That's the only time I'll like First Watch. That's bougie.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
You got me there.
Yeah,
First Watch
restaurants.
juices.
Oh,
Their
I hate-
juices are so good.
I hate First Watch.
do you really?
I do.
Matt,
We,
me and Matt have talked about that. He's more of a Waffle House guy. He says,
Or like I'll even do Bob Evans. Not so much Cracker Barrel, but
Down,
Bob
on,
Evans.
down on the farm.
steak and eggs at Bob Evans is pretty dope on breakfast.
Still Haynes for the loom, he said.
Their biscuits and gravy is fire too.
We got to go to a First Watch before they opened as like a test run for them.
Oh,
And everything you ate was free and everything you drank
Wow.
was free. And I had like 4 of their juices because they're like $7 for one. Last one I had was like pomegranate cucumber. Oh,
yeah,
oh.
that's nice.
If I
that's
had the
that's
money.
bougie. That's the
Yes,
definition
now I
of
feel
bougie.
bougie when and they're not a big glass like
Yeah.
and they put a lot of ice. I'll tell them I'm like, hey, don't put a lot of ice in this.
What I'm trying to think, what restaurant do you never go to that much, but when you do, you feel bougie? Because that's Indian food for us. The one by the house, it's like so outrageously expensive.
Like,
Like
anything,
2 of us going and we're spending $70.
any steakhouse higher up than like a Texas Roadhouse. PF Chang's,
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
PF Chang's.
which
Andrew
shows how
Ross.
bougie we aren't, by the way. He's disappointed. He's lost respect for you.
Dude, their raspberry shots are so good.
Oh,
I get the raspberry shot in the white hot chocolate.
That would be good.
It's so good. It's so good.
Maybe I'm gonna have to try these things. I don't go to coffee shops, so maybe
go
that's
through,
something I need to do.
Get a white hot chocolate and ask them to put a shot of raspberry in it.
5 shots of raspberry.
They don't charge you more for that?
No. Actually, so if you get a large, 5 is the
Limit.
recommended.
Oh,
Here, like, just take the top off, just dump it,
ounceage.
hold that for 3 seconds, and
I'm
that's
sure
how
it's just
much
one
I
of those
want.
bottles where they pump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Morgan was saying she just does the black coffee with oat milk.
can
at
we talk
Starbucks.
donuts?
Oh yeah, now that is a
high-end
bougie
donuts.
thing now.
Like
Right now,
you can get a really good expensive donut.
so huge right
Yes.
That Paradise donuts,
Oh, they're good.
they're good, but they're so expensive.
I know.
now.
Bougie.
What's the moonrise?
Moonrise.
That's out by my house now.
Yeah.
They
What?
put one up by me.
So, hey, there's also
When?
one, kind of close to you.
Yeah.
It's called, what is it? Peace, Love, and Little Donuts.
Ooh.
I haven't
So,
heard of this.
so they're like donuts this big.
Like donut holes,
Wait,
or do
there
they
you
have
go.
a hole in them?
No, they look like small donuts, like you get in the pack.
Bite size.
Yeah.
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 But you can get crazy stuff like
Wow.
maple bacon. You can get like
You'll talk after the show. We need to
Okay.
figure
Well,
out where
I like to
that's
go
at.
through Beans is like right by my house.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know Beans, but they have some killer donuts. I had a key lime pie donut from there one time,
Everybody's saying moonrise.
but it was so expensive.
If you're in the
Ruby Slipper
northern Kentucky area, hit up Moonrise Donuts.
in New Orleans.
Oh, I'm not going there. Centerville, Ohio. What we got up there?
It's a little
Bill's.
far.
Bill's
Oh,
donuts.
Bill's Donuts. Okay.
Me, Courtney, and Andrew used to drive to Georgetown at like
Dang.
4 a.m.
Yikes.
because Courtney went to school there,
Yeah.
so she knew the donut. It was I forget the name of it.
They have donuts for dogs as well.
It was like I forget the name
Huh?
of it. Yeah. What?
That's what Morgan, or that's what Matt.
Matt says Peace, Love, and Donuts is Christian owned.
Ooh.
I could see it. You walk in and they ask you which one you want to sample.
What do you want to be blessed with?
No. Hey, I'm thinking sponsorship.
Oh, that could be good.
I'll talk to Beans. Beans would also like to be partnered with a religious organization. I need to go
Beans.
I brought a second
Is that a
pill to
person
take.
you know? What's
It's the restaurant. I just saw a story about it.
I
It's a
wasn't-
coffee
About how I like
It's a
to get
coffee
key
shop.
lime pie donuts from there.
I wasn't paying attention.
Ouch.
I was trying to read this and listen to
Yeah.
stories. Yeah. Go ahead. Go get your
I'm gonna go
medicine.
get that pill, so I'll
Yeah.
stop.
It wouldn't
sniffing.
be a good show
All
if you
right,
didn't
just
leave.
Keep filling.
So
I'm getting
anyway.
a phone call.
That happens.
Yeah, we know.
Only to the bougie ones.
But yeah, what's this place called again?
Peace, Love, and Little Donuts, I think, or Peace, Love, and Donuts, or something like
Peace,
that.
Love, and Little. Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out. Yeah, that would be great to have a sponsor after
For real.
never having one. But yeah, bougie stuff like doing the foods, doing the places you go out to eat. Like I said, Indian food. Was there another restaurant idea? Because there's always like something that you never eat, but when you do, you're like, oh man, why do we never go here much? Sushi, like I don't do sushi a ton.
Yeah.
So when we get to do that, that's fun.
I don't like sushi though. Like
Oh.
I like the fake, like the cucumber rolls and stuff like that. Yeah.
Stuff without fish in it
Yeah.
and stuff. I love salmon, all that different stuff, I guess. Or tuna and whatnot, crab.
I'm trying to think of something that
I mean,
we don't really like go out to eat a lot.
yeah. I mean, we do fast food every
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
Like the kids will always eat nuggets. So we
What's
go
the
get different-
bougiest fast food?
Ooh. I mean, Chick-fil-A's up there because you end up spending a bunch.
They're
It's-
so efficient though.
It's just so plain.
Right.
It's so normal. Have you tried the pimento cheese
I'm nervous.
chicken sandwich? Don't be. It is everything you want and more. If you're out there and you've not tried the Chick-fil-A pimento cheese with candied jalapenos, oh man, it's a little bit of spice with a lot of bit of sweet and pimento cheese all over the top. Amazing. Go check it out. That's something bougie you need to treat yourself to. I didn't expect it. I just got it and was like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll try it. And I ate it. I was like, oh my word, I wish I got 2. But that's the fat kid in me.
You should have got one for the ride home.
Yeah, I ate it so they didn't know I was eating it. It's too messy. It does get greasy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff coming off of that. I don't know where his pill is, but he has to do the next segment. So
I'm trying to think of another bougie fast food.
I went to Jersey Mike's last night.
That's kind of bougie. Yeah.
I enjoy out of the sub genre that's out there, like
Them and
Penn Station,
like Firehouse.
Firehouse. I love some Firehouse subs. That's kind of bougie for me. So he's back, but yeah, bougie
Guess
stuff.
who's back?
If you have something to comment in, go ahead and send it in a little bit later. If there's something you can think of that makes you feel bougie, or that you see other people do that makes them bougie. But Joey, what's your segment?
Boom.
Sit down and listen up to what Joey's got to say. Corn dogs.
Corn
I'm
dogs.
not sure.
That's the bougie?
I don't know if that's
No, mini corn dogs are bougie.
Mini corn dogs are fun.
Like mini as in a lot.
City barbecue.
Both.
No, I'm teasing.
The barbecue joints out there.
Yeah.
Mike's in City Barbecue. Yeah.
Let me see here. Bougie.
Oh no, we're not bougie. Now we're in your segment.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
You missed out on
I
like
almost
10
forgot.
minutes worth.
Sorry, we're good. All right, I want to talk about technology, but I
Okay.
want to talk about tech that we might have grown up with, and I'm looking for other people to tune in or give some input on this too.
All right, be ready on the keyboards out there.
Tech that we
warriors.
grew up with that is either obsolete or very close to obsolete nowadays.
Rock
right?
and stick.
Yeah. What?
Playing with rocks and sticks.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. So
I don't know. It's pretty relevant still, though.
I tried to come up with a top 10 and I wrote them down. Let me know if you know. I think you'll all know what these are. And try to remember when's the last time that you saw one of them being used efficiently.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Number one, from school, back in the school days, do you remember overhead projectors?
Oh, yeah.
Where the teacher, like your math teacher, would sit there looking at you and they'd write on the thing
And
or
flip it
English.
over.
And then it
Like
would,
a
it
white
would,
piece of paper or a clear.
it was a clear
Yeah,
sheet
yeah.
and the light would shoot it up into the thing and the mirror would shoot it
And then
back.
magic would come out of
Yes.
the other end and project it on the wall.
So you guys know what I'm talking about there.
Yeah, the shadow maker.
Yeah, yeah. At Walkmans, floppy disks. Yes, those are good.
My kids have a little projector like that.
Really?
They can, it's a really tiny one, and they can draw with a marker and draw pictures and
Fun.
then put it up on the wall.
yeah,
Yeah.
Zoe and Cooper have one.
Yeah.
VHS
I think we gave it
CDs.
to him, maybe from a
For
birthday
birthday or
party.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because our kids enjoyed it so much. It was like, oh, hey, we should get.
They
them.
don't use them in school anymore. They have like smart boards that'll.
Those are
connect
kind of
str-
becoming obsolete too. There's
smart
a new one. Yeah.
a new smart board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's
pretty crazy. Yeah,
Bougie.
jinx.
Uh,
Number two, ready? Phone. Who said NSYNC is
Don't-
not obsolete, sir? Sir.
Craig wins. Everybody, you
NSYNC
can,
is not obsolete. They're
They are.
actually rather current right now.
slap bracelets.
I'm
slide
all
projector.
I'm all perturbed now. Phone books. Number two, phone books.
Phone
that used to
books.
be a thing.
It
I
still
can
is a
remember
thing.
that.
I get them in the mail,
Bro, no,
we
you
just
don't.
we just got one.
Are you
I'm
serious?
telling
just
you,
got
dude.
one.
No.
They still
Swear.
put them out.
That's
One-
such a waste.
I think once a year they'll send us a new phone book.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're not as big as they used to be. They're
So there
much
was the
smaller.
yellow pages and then there was the
White
white pages.
pages.
I think yellow was personal people and white was business or
Yes.
the other way around.
One or the other.
Yeah, yeah. Furbies.
Furbies.
I don't know if I
They
call
made-
that tech.
They made a
Yeah.
comeback though.
Yeah, Furbies. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, phone books are still a thing.
Phone books, you don't really need them anymore. You need somebody's those were called transparencies. Thank you, Morgan. Yeah, you don't need them anymore. They're a waste of paper. They're probably not very environmentally friendly. The coolest thing anybody ever did with a phone book was when the power team came to school and ripped them in half,
That's pretty cool, yeah.
which
Power-
turns out isn't that hard to do.
Prove it after you get done
Well,
fighting
he
the
doesn't have a phone
You
book.
give me a phone book, I'll rip it in half.
Brett's got one. Bring it
Yeah.
next week.
Phone books are a technology. Yes, actually, in a weird way. Yes.
They're the white whale of the paper company.
Yes. Yes.
Look at all this blubber.
Look at all this
We almost
blubber.
went under until it was time to print off
Yes.
new phone books.
Number three, DVDs.
DVDs.
What's funny about this one is, so people still use Blu-rays, kind of. I haven't used a disc to play a video in a long time. Everything's streaming, right? But
We
I
have
re-
a disc player in our van, so the built-in TV for the kids.
that's bougie.
we have a.
We had one too. It was
It's outdated now, but it works.
Was
for
it
us.
stock in the vehicle or yeah?
Stock in the vehicle.
Bro, that's crazy.
interesting. Birds aren't real.
Birds.
You're not real, man.
Yeah,
That's a whole nother episode.
I knew people who had thousands of DVDs. It was like that you displayed them as
Yeah.
like trophies.
Oh,
and just cases and cases of DVDs.
we have stacks of cases, and none of the DVDs are in the cases. So
Nice.
in our basement, there's a whole shelf
Yes.
of just empty DVD cases.
yeah,
But it's
Just-
because I got a book and put them all in the book.
$20 a pop, and there's thousands of them, and they just went obsolete just in a snap. It was just boom. They were
I think it's
gone.
still nice to have them, but for like if
Is
the
it?
internet goes off, you can't watch any movies
That's
if
true.
the internet goes off.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But we have
driveway
to
alarms.
have to go to the van to watch them now.
What's a driveway alarm?
Well, I can like if somebody pulls in your driveway, something goes off in your house. Like if you have a long driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But also just house alarms in general. Everybody's going to cameras.
instead of just full on
That-
alarms.
That's the same thing, isn't it?
No,
No.
No, an
Like a house
alarm.
alarm is if you open the window, a door, it'll go off. Yeah.
You're right.
and it would like sometimes contact the
Authorities.
Authorities, yeah.
Yeah.
Tabitha said she can't believe we used to give our address and phone numbers to people in one book. And I say, we give out our personal information now just on our socials and stuff.
Without even knowing.
I love getting a random phone call or text message, and I become Dick Tracy. I get on the internet and find like where they're at, where they're from, where their phone bill goes to.
Dick Tracy's an obsolete reference.
Hey, everybody gets it.
Tamagotchi. Oh, is that the little...
Tamagotchi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They would die if you didn't
Yeah,
feed
The
them.
digital pet. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see.
Mine's still alive.
You still have one?
Nope.
Oh.
Never had one to begin with.
Number 4, landline phones. I'm just old enough to remember when I wanted to call my friend. If I wanted to call Eddie when we were younger, I
Yeah.
had to call his house. His mom would answer. I remember his phone number. I guess I shouldn't say it.
It doesn't matter
doesn't
now.
matter.
It's probably not a real
Yeah, it
thing.
was 356-8706.
Do you remember your phone number?
Yeah, 356-6065. Yeah. So
8675-309.
and
Mine's 444-4444.
298-3270.
Yeah.
3270. Yeah, that was mine.
You had to call their house. His mom would answer, and I would say, "Hello, is Eddie there? Can I speak to him?" And she would decide if he could or not. Sometimes he'd be like in trouble, and he'd be like, "No, he can't talk right now," and that was it. But if you could, then this was a phone that hung on the wall for you
In the
youngins
kitchen.
out there.
Yeah.
What did Randy say?
He said he'll play movies during the war.
Laugh out loud.
Oh.
When the internet goes down, I guess. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Phone
yeah.
number to call.
That was her original. Yeah.
That should be a segment. We call our old phone number and see if
Oh
anybody
my
answers
goodness. Well, actually, I think my parents still have a landline
it.
that doesn't ring. Like they took
Oh,
it off the
but it's
ringer,
still
but they still
connected
have
to
the
the house.
number. Yeah.
That's funny.
What's weird, the landline, I want to put a little asterisk there. Where we live now, phone service isn't the best. And I'm seriously considering getting a landline again. And it's so cheap.
I
It's
get
like
what-
$5 a month.
It took me a second what Craig was saying. Pizza Stop was like the pizza place to go to back home, and he remembers the phone number to Pizza Stop, the original from back in the day.
Rotary phones. Josh, you're not old enough to have used either Josh, Ginn, or you. You didn't actually have rotary
Oh,
phones,
yeah.
right?
Dude, I'm 40.
Yeah,
yes,
you're
we had rotary phones.
So the phone would hang on the wall. And like
Yeah.
if you had to answer it off the wall, it was weird.
I was gonna say, do you guys remember like a payphone? Like
Yeah.
Oh, that's on my. We're getting there.
oh, I'm sorry,
Oh no, it's not. I lied. I took it off.
payphones.
Yeah.
No.
We had one at college.
It is on there. We'll get there. Phone booths.
I've always wanted to get an original like payphone and have it like
That
as
would
a
be
as a
cool.
prop
Yeah.
of some sort. Like I think that would be.
I just
awesome.
like the metal buttons, and I would go up to them and like just play on the buttons.
Oh, yeah.
because they had a cool feel when you pressed them.
And they would still like you just get a dial tone, like it wouldn't
Yeah.
call anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So now we can go to phone booths too. Phone booths used to be a real thing. If
Yeah.
you were out and you didn't make a call, you call. Do
That's what Superman got dressed in.
you remember the movie with Colin?
Phone booth.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in a phone booth.
We had one.
Probably still the number to the parsonage.
Yeah, we had
My grandparents had a rotary phone in the basement,
Yeah,
and we'd play with.
with a big long cord.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
You could carry the whole thing around.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so phone booths. Everybody understands. I think they still have them in England, just as like
Matt says
history.
probably still the phone number to the parsonage they grew up in.
I said that, Josh.
I didn't hear you, man. How am I not hearing
He's
you?
I have
watching-
no
he's watching
clue.
football.
Yeah.
Might have turned football off.
I'm
You're
sorry.
obsessed.
The Vikings are so exciting. They're losing so
This
little.
game stinks so much. Oh my goodness! Never bet the over
Yeah.
on a Thursday night game.
It's
Never
getting
bet.
close.
But whatever. Yeah, sure. Let's see here. Cameras with film.
Oh yeah. The disposable ones.
Yeah, my grandpa and my dad
Mm.
had old cameras, and my dad had there was a bathroom in our basement that he didn't use as a bathroom, he used as a developing room. He developed his own film.
That's funny.
Yes, but like legitimate. That plane is low.
low plane.
Wow. Yeah.
Can you
Look,
hear that on the line?
That's the
on the
worry
live-
Randy was talking about. It's starting.
Holy crap!
That's the loudest I've ever heard a plane here.
That is so close.
It's shaking
yeah,
things on
here's-
the table. Boom! Wow. I've always thought about that, man. Like, ugh.
They had to have heard that on the live.
There's a height limit here to how tall you can build. Like if you have a
Yeah.
building, like if you want to
Those
put up
were
a
so close.
sign.
and that one would have hit it.
Yeah, that was close.
If we had another story, it sounded like that one was going to hit it.
Yeah,
geez.
that shook pretty good.
Anyway,
Yeah, cameras with film.
Yeah.
And I know people still do it. I know it's a thing. Disposable cameras too. Yep,
Oh,
Tabitha,
yeah.
that works too, where you'd crank and you know
Took
you can
those
make a
everywhere.
taser out of those.
So
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
the place I work at has a bunch of those because they used to use them for like accident reports.
Oh yeah.
So they have a bunch of those little old disposable.
That's cool.
Or you'd go to like a wedding or an event and they'd have one
Oh,
on the table
I
and
love
it'd be
that.
like take pictures and then leave it and we'll
That-
develop them.
We've got a bag of like undeveloped film at the house. There's like a bunch of disposable cameras and like film in a container.
Does it cost so much to develop it now? Like, or does like Walgreens still do that?
I don't know. I don't think Walgreens and them still do it.
I bet there's still 1 hour photos.
Everything all digital.
Yeah,
I bet they still have
everything's-
1 hour photo. Maybe
Yeah.
not. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Morgan makes a good point. She's getting in trouble because she'd go through film too fast. Nowadays, you don't have to worry about it. You just boom, 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 boom. It used to be
Yeah.
like you had to think about like I only have 10 shots left.
Yep, because it would
So-
tell you how many.
Yes, the little
Yeah.
number would tell you.
Yeah.
And when it was done, it would make that big loud sound. It was reeling the film back up, right? My dad we had cameras we'd go take like pictures with,
Yeah.
but
That's
I
fun.
like it.
Yeah, I remember that a lot. We did that in college a ton too. The disposables, packing them around all the time. And Craig, yes, I do remember my home phone number, 606-298-3270
I remember mine.
Nice.
Yep.
as a kid. Of course, I lived there all my life. I never moved.
Here's one that still exists, but is in a different form. Standalone GPS.
Now,
So when
that-
GPS first came out, you had to buy a TomTom or a Garmin,
Garmin.
and it was a separate thing that you would like suction cup to your window in
And it
your
would
car.
always fall down.
Always
at the
fall
most
down.
inconvenient time.
Yes, recalculating.
Yeah.
Recalculating.
Like you just fell off the window.
Yeah.
How are you recalculating?
Yeah.
We didn't go off track.
or you had to like plug it into your computer to upload new maps. Like
See.
it was stuck in the year that you bought it, and if the roads changed, you had to. But it was the coolest thing ever because you could change your car on it when they got a little bit cooler, or you could change the voice. That
Yeah.
was some of the newest stuff you could, but it was standalone. It wasn't your phone.
dude, the
It
new
wasn't
stuff
your car.
now,
Oh, it's
so
in my
crazy.
car.
I had Terry Crews as my GPS for a while. I even made myself a GPS for a while. Like my voice was a GPS.
Morgan Freeman. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great point. Morgan, were you guys a TomTom family or Garmin
Oh,
family?
we didn't have those.
Garmin.
Garmin. We were Garmin.
We didn't have any of that stuff.
There was the Christmas commercial. Get a Garmin.
I remember that.
Get
Yeah.
a Garmin.
Yeah, the new stuff's crazy. I recorded myself because you could do that with Waze, where you could actually record yourself doing the turn by turn. That was really fun.
So Morgan and Tabitha both hit this one right here. MapQuest. Do you
Oh.
remember you would go online, type in where you were going, you print out the directions, and then you would read them as you went.
when I was in college, I traveled so much for the college, and I don't know how I got anywhere. I had atlases, and that's how I would be like, all right, this is the place we want to get to.
You mean like a physical? Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to keep a physical map in the truck,
Oh, yeah.
and it was like a paper,
Well, I look,
book.
You look
of-
back on it, it's like, what? How did I do it? How did I get I didn't have a compass or anything.
You just
Like,
made it.
had to look at road signs.
Do you remember having, like, as a kid, having to go into a gas station and be like, "Hey, we're lost.
Yeah.
How do I get back
Oh,
to?" We used to do that
the
all the
highway.
time.
Yeah. Or triptychs, not Amazon, AAA would do triptychs. You would tell them where you're going to go, and then they would print you out a flip book of directions.
Or
And,
Map,
like, as you-
MapQuest.
That's
was-
what they said on there.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Sorry.
None of us
Man,
are listening.
you
to
guys
each
are
other.
really listening to me tonight.
Two of them said it on there.
Let me see here. Encyclopedias. That's number 7.
Like pirates.
Like
You had to put an X on the map where you're going, so it's like
land
that's where-
ho.
That's what they called the lot lizards.
Oh
Land
my
ho.
goodness. Still better than MapQuest printed directions trying not to die while navigating. You're right,
That's
Josh.
true.
Encyclopedias, a physical one.
Ba-ba-dum.
10% battery on Brett's camera.
All right, we got to wrap this
All
show
right.
up. No, I'm just kidding.
So it used to be you had to have, my grandpa had multiple volumes of encyclopedia.
Mm.
And if any new information came out after they printed that, you would have to wait and just get a new one later
Yeah,
that
switch
updated it. And you could just open it up. It was alphabetical.
Yep.
And you're like, I want to know more about pyramids. And you would open it up, and there it was. Like
Yeah.
Now you just Google.
now it's all online,
We had the Bible version of that, like a bunch of
like
different.
concordances and stuff.
Well, no, this was just like the picture ones. It basically told the different books of the Bible, but it was actually a physical book. So it was all the different books lined up with pictures on them. It was like they went around selling them back
These
in
are
the
the
day.
bomb. I love these things.
Church
Do you-
people used to
This
have
is Genesis through Leviticus.
Leviticus.
just in that much. It's
Nerd.
huge.
Bible nerd. Jesus would be so proud. Loser. That's a clip.
Do you think that this goes along with phone books, but those coupon books, you remember you used to sell them as like a football thing?
Oh yeah,
They do.
They
that
don't need it.
still.
They do they?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
say, you
There's
don't
some-
need them now.
they
though.
have the cards. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They still definitely do that. Buddy cards like La Rosa still
Yeah.
does that. Yep, yep.
Those are
What do I have? I have two more. iPods,
iPods.
but just an iPod.
See, that was futuristic. For
I
me.
know.
That was
know.
awesome.
I had a lot of MP3 players.
So the first brick one that had like the wheel.
I have one.
You still have it?
I bought one later that had a lot of gigabyte space on it because
Yes.
I was just like, I need to put all my CDs on this. And yeah, I found it the other day. The
I
kids
got
were playing
that. I
with
had an iPod Shuffle.
Do you remember having to get the iTunes cards just to be able to buy the? Remember how you used to have to buy the songs?
LimeWire, baby.
Do you-
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Do
LimeWire.
you remember the camp where he had the kid lick the toilet for an iTunes card and he didn't even have iTunes?
What?
Don't
I
you-
do remember that. Yes, that just jarred a memory out of
remember
the
that one.
cobwebs.
You won. Here you go. Here's an
Oh.
iTunes card. He goes, I don't have an Apple product.
Yeah.
He should have sold it to another kid.
Right.
Morgan, this one just missed the countdown. It was in the outside looking in. She said the dial-up internet, where like you
LimeWire.
couldn't answer the phone. If you answered the phone, you would ruin the internet connection.
Get off the.
Yeah,
Hey, I had a phone call the other day that left a voicemail like that.
creepy.
It was crazy.
LimeWire was great until it went bad. But if you had a Mac computer,
Napster.
I never used that. I had LimeWire. But the early Macs allegedly could not get viruses. They weren't like programmed for that. And like you could just download music all you wanted. Is that stealing? Yeah, it probably is.
Here, wait
I'll
a
look
second.
back on now.
Listen to this.
I don't do that anymore.
What just happened?
You know what is becoming obsolete now? Like
What?
This is a voicemail I got the other day.
Oh,
oh my gosh.
ow, right in my ear.
How great
with
is that? That called me the other
That's
day.
creepy.
It was a total scam. Though.
Cable
I could hear
TV?
people in the background.
Cable TV's on the way out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've not had it for quite a few years.
You're
now.
absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do I have?
I don't
here?
know though. Everything else costs so much. I'm almost wanting to go back to cable TV now
Right.
because it's like you got to pay for like 5 different streaming
Yeah.
services, and it's like, ugh.
So the iPod for me went from the brick with the wheel on it, and then I got an iPod, the shuffle stick. Remember, it was just a USB stick, and you
Yeah.
couldn't pick what song was coming next.
Right, because it was a shuffle.
It would only hold like 150 songs, and it would shuffle.
And then they went to the little little square.
I never had that one. I had the stick one, and then I got an iPod Nano,
Yeah,
which I used so much. That was my go-to.
that'll come into his segment here in a little bit.
And
It's
then-
pretty funny.
When I bought up my computer
remind me of
for
that.
college, I got an iPod Touch,
Ooh,
and that was before, or right around when iPhone just come out. Love that thing. And then I got an iPhone, and you don't need iPods anymore. And then here's
that is the facts, Tabitha.
the last one is a fax machine. Yeah,
Hey, that was perfect.
yeah,
was
that
what
works out
was,
perfect.
Yeah.
So the fax machine I almost didn't put on there because
Yeah.
it still has a little bit of use.
Nick, I was talking to Nick earlier and brought it up, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we still use fax for
Yeah.
the dental lab.
There's
yeah.
a lot of people like medical stuff, legal stuff, signing paperwork.
They still use pagers and stuff.
That
medical.
some people will accept a scan, but some will not. So it has to
don't-
be a fax.
The place I work does fax. I don't think I can say that because of the line of work they're in.
You can't say what.
Ooh,
That they use fax.
that
That
yeah.
kind of cuts out the purpose of the company that I work for
That is true. Why would they fax things?
because they're them.
They are them. That is true.
It's a union
They are
work
them.
for you.
No, that makes the union mad.
Yeah. So anything else you want to add there before we move on? I mean that.
I was throwing stuff in. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the lists were like 8 tracks, and I'm like, no, those have been gone for too long. I wanted like more recent stuff. But
Yeah. Yeah, some of that stuff, I mean, I watched it develop. Like I was around before it. So.
I don't know if I miss any of these things.
Oh,
what I was looking
we're
at.
all wearing one of them that has upgraded. Like,
Oh, yeah, the
remember
The watch?
Yeah, like it started out as just a
Yeah.
watch that you would count your steps.
yeah.
Yep,
And now
yep.
it does. I've answered calls on it today.
Exactly.
Like somebody called. I was like, I don't have my phone.
I can't find mine right now. I'm very sad about it. It's in my house somewhere.
Just go buy a new one, I guess.
So the Power
The
Rangers.
newest one's coming out like the end of the month.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Power Rangers was the first time I saw someone speak into a watch. That's how they would communicate to each other.
Yeah.
And Apple knew their marketing because they had a commercial and it used a scene from that. And I was like, I was going to buy it anyways, but now I'm really going to buy it.
Dick Tracy.
He talked
had
into
the
a watch.
He had the first watch phone.
No way.
Yeah. Don't you
Okay.
remember that?
No, I've never seen that.
Oh,
Did any of your cars ever have a car phone, like an actual car phone?
like built into it.
My grandma's did. One of my.
I don't think
Yeah.
I
We had
ever
the
did.
bag phones. My grandpa had a bag phone. That
Do
was
you
always fun.
do you remember Nextel walkie-talkie phones?
Yeah,
Where that was supposed to be the
that was
next-
awesome.
And yeah, except no privacy in your conversation.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was really made for like
yeah,
construction workers.
They were
Yeah,
big, beefy, like you could beat them to death.
There's an app for it, by the way. You can have it on your watch.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I want the Motorola Razors to come back.
They are.
They are. Yeah, they have a Mac, but they're the fold screens.
Jenna, go big or go home with the Ultra Watch 2.
Yeah,
She's
they
in the church texting you.
they just unveiled a new Razor.
Yeah. Yeah,
Did they
that's right.
really?
Yeah, it's a foldable like
The
this new
glass
fold-
folds?
Yep.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
can't leave Apple though. If Apple starts making a foldable phone, that'd be great.
Then I'll buy it, but
yeah.
I'm not leaving it. We've established that already.
I don't know. Green text isn't so bad, guys.
It's no,
It's terrible.
trust
It's a
me,
dead
it is.
sentence.
Brett, you got something?
Yeah.
Story time with Brett.
Yeehaw.
Oh yeah, all that.
So we were talking again before.
It's good
and,
to do that.
We do
Yeah,
It's
talk
yeah.
nice to
occasionally.
talk. Yeah.
Little pre-show meeting.
And so we were talking about, I forget what we named it.
I just called it kid embarrassment, but
Yeah,
like
when your kid does something to embarrass you.
kids do this thing where they don't listen when you want them to, but then they're really listening when you don't want them to be.
So since Sarah's watching and she heard me,
Oh, she's
She
asleep
quit
now.
watching.
Probably.
Yeah. She commented and then turned off her
I'll
phone.
tell her story first because it's funny. So Zoe started a new preschool, and she met a friend, and Zoe came home and said, "I made this new friend, Mom. Her name's Tiana."
That's the best.
That's a nice name.
So
Yeah.
we felt good about it.
Yeah.
Well, Zoe then started that night. Zoe started dance, and Tiana happened to be in her dance class, which is
Awesome.
nice. She's got a
Yeah.
friend in dance now, and
Yeah.
that's cool. And so Zoe came up to Sarah and was like, "That's my friend, Mom. That's Tiana."
Yeah. Cool.
And so Sarah walked up to Tiana and her mom and said, "Hi, Tiana. How are you doing?" And proceeded to call her like, "Zoe's so glad she has a friend
Yeah.
in Tiana."
Making the
and-
connection.
right,
Yeah.
being
That's
nice.
Good children's pastor. Right
So we get out of dance, go into the car, and Sarah's like, "Oh, it's so nice that your friend Tiana was in there, Zoe. That's really nice." And Zoe said, "Her name's not Tiana." And Sarah's like, "What?" And she said, "No, her name's Gigi.
Those aren't even close.
Not even close."
Yeah.
Oh man,
So
is that really her name?
No, well, her name is they call her Gigi. Her name is Gianna. So Tiana,
Okay.
Gianna, Zoe. It's an honest mistake, I think.
Okay,
But
that's not as bad then.
But it was funny though because this week at dance, Sarah had to go up to her mom
and be
was
like, "It's all
"Hey,
right."
I am so sorry. We were calling her Tiana. Like that's super
She's
embarrassing."
like,
Yeah.
"Don't worry, Toey's the cutest little girl ever."
Yeah,
It's like she lied to us and said that was her name.
yeah.
Now, our little girl did the same thing. She would come home from preschool, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, that's Yana." I'm like, "Okay, her name's not Yana."
Sure.
So I'm just like, "You mean like Liana?" "No, Dad, it's Yana." And I'm like, she would get mean. And I was just like, "Okay, her name's Yana." I was like, "Hey, did you play with Yana today?" That happened a lot. But
So I heard a story. I can't remember who it was, so I won't attribute it to anybody.
okay.
But it was a kid that their parent would take them to school and stop every day to get a Red Bull, to get an energy drink.
Okay.
And which is normal.
Their
like it's the
kid or
morning.
them?
They would stop. The parent would stop with the kid in the car
And get one for the
and they'd
kid?
Go, no, for
Oh,
themselves.
okay.
Right.
Okay. Just making sure.
So every day they'd go and get a drink, and the kid told the teacher that every morning my dad stops at the gas station and gets a beer, and drinks it on the way into work.
I mean, no
And
hate,
so-
man. No hate.
So they had to try to figure
kids-
that out.
Those
But
kids are rough to handle.
yeah, it wasn't a beer.
So they'll take the edge off.
He's like,
Yeah.
"It wasn't a beer. It was Red Bull and vodka."
I'm not low class.
Yeah, this is highfalutin.
Crack is whack.
Wild and a little crazy.
Oh, man.
too. Yeah.
But yeah, kids are really good at.
filling in the blanks there.
They're good about setting you up to look like a jerk.
They know
or not a jerk,
They know
but
it.
like
an idiot.
yes.
They know
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah.
They have to know it.
What
like-
is it? Even lately, I'll go to pick up the kids, and they were getting in the van yesterday. And they was like, "What's up, fat dad?" And I was like, "Thanks, buddy," because the teacher was helping him get in the car. And I was like, "Have a nice day." Yeah. "Hey, fat daddy." And I was like, "Yeah, that's a fun nickname we have, huh?"
We were
As soon as they shut the door, I was like, "You little."
right. We were in Georgia
That's mommy's
visiting
nickname for me.
Fat Daddy. Yeah, visiting cousins and family and Disney World.
Yeah.
And my cousins have a nice pool, so we're out there. We're about to go swimming, and Tyler takes off his shirt, and he'd be the first to tell you he's put on a few.
Yeah.
You know, he's not crazy big, but he's bigger than he's been.
Not what he used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he took his shirt off, and before he could get his arms down, Bailey ran over and played his belly like a drum. And I just laughed so hard. I couldn't
Yeah.
handle it. I was like, oh my goodness, that just happened.
I do that to myself quite a bit.
I don't know what it is about that though. My kids do that to me all the time. They'll come up and like just shake my
Yeah.
belly, and it really makes me mad. Like it really makes me mad.
My grandma used to get so mad because I would like grab. She would have her arm up, and I would flap the skin
Yeah.
on her arm.
Oh, no.
She'd get so ticked off. Or I'd go to give her a hug goodbye, and I would blow on the flabby skin on her neck, just like. She'd get so mad, hit me.
Quit.
That was a fun time as a kid.
Slap you up. But yeah, kids, they're great.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was trying to think of the different ones because Ben's done that several times of just like telling something to a teacher. That telling something to a teacher happened so many times.
Yeah.
Of just the teacher.
You were
would
talking
be-
about the one where the kid drew.
Oh yeah. Drew a picture of what their mom did for a living.
Yeah, and it appeared that she was
A stripper.
employee at a gentleman's club.
There was stick men throwing money at her.
Yeah.
But she worked at a Home Depot trying to sell the last snow shovel. So it looked like she was hanging onto a pole, but it was, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, that.
Josh said he was on the phone for that. I like how you added fat there.
Oh, yeah. He was on the phone with me the other day when that segment happened. Yeah, when the kids were getting in the car and they said, "What's up, Fat Daddy?"
Fat Daddy.
And Josh just starts dying of laughing in my headphones. Like, yeah. Laugh it up, Josh. Your kids will talk eventually, too.
Right. laugh it up. Oh my
But
goodness.
yeah, kids say the darndest things.
They really do. And Kirk Cousins throws the darndest passes. Sorry, football.
Yeah, 7-13.
That's all I got for that. You guys want to bless somebody? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm fine with blessing somebody.
Let's do it.
Brett? Okay, let's do it.
Podbless your heart.
Having kids sounds awful. It's really fun.
It's great. The overall balance is wonderful. There are not great times.
Just know that they're gonna set you up to look like a turd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you can just say they're lying because nobody will believe them because they're kids, even if they're telling the truth.
Yeah, I just chuckle and leave it up to the person that witnessed
Let
it.
them
Let
decide.
them decide.
Yeah.
Yep.
They look and go, okay, fat daddy.
See you later, fat daddy.
Fat daddy. We should start calling. We need an intro for that next week.
I'm fine being called Fat Daddy.
Uh,
I think it's
this
charming.
this story makes me sick a little bit.
I think it's a fun story.
Really? Okay,
Yeah,
let me
I find
read the
it- I
headline.
find it funny.
Man urinates on hot dog vendor from Jason Aldean's rooftop.
Yep. He's on the rooftop bar.
I
area.
like how they added the little detail there. From Jason
Jason Aldean.
Aldean's rooftop.
Was he the one that sang the racist song the other day?
Yeah.
That was Jason Aldean.
Which one did he do?
Try
that
this in a small town.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Have you heard the spoof on that one yet by Ginger Billy? Yeah, things you find in a small town. He's talking about crackheads and all this different stuff. It was like that's the better song. Like, yeah.
So, in
Jason
Nashville,
Aldean.
Tennessee, because that's where Jason Aldean lives.
Jason Aldean peed on a hot dog vendor.
Not him.
Oh, that sounds better.
A 22-year-old man was charged after allegedly, I'm pretty sure if we know he did it or not,
Yeah,
right?
I'd like to see him try that in a small town.
Allegedly urinating from the rooftop of a Nashville bar and hitting a hot dog vendor on the street below.
Yeah,
On August 21st, Thomas Benefield. Thomas. Sorry.
I was
Thank
gonna
you.
say.
My bad.
that we both
Thomas.
think
Yeah.
that.
No,
yeah.
Thomas. Thomas
Thomas, how you been
Benefield
doing?
was cited for public indecency. Is it public if you're on the roof? And assault.
You're in the public.
Jason Aldean's like, hey, this is a private venue. He can do whatever he wants.
Assault?
I would be.
I think
would
you're
file,
right.
I would file
Spitting on
assault
someone's
charge.
an assault. So peeing on him's got to be.
I mean, there's probably some.
Either
sodium.
way, if you spit on me or you pee on me, we're fighting.
We have to fight
Yes.
right now.
I will find you.
I
Yeah.
would get pretty salty.
Was an assault for an indecent incident that occurred July 14th. The arrest report states that the victim was splashed in the face
Oh my! Yeah, we're definitely fighting
with
at this
the urine as he looked up to see that he was being peed on.
point. Dude. It's on.
Oh my
He would have been
goodness.
thrown off the roof. I would have been charged with murder.
Yeah.
The report states that security also saw the same man urinating from the rooftop and removed him from the bar. He admitted to police that he peed off the roof, but said, quote, "There's no way that it reached the victim." Where does he think it's going?
Yeah.
Does it dissolve in midair?
There's such a far fall. Yeah, it had to be like a light sprinkle.
So if he sues this guy, what are you asking for? Like emotional,
Yeah, you peed on me.
or you
Reparations.
peed on all my inventory? You
Well,
say
that's
you owe me all the sales I could have made.
Everything that was on the cart plus emotional damage plus whatever I can build out of Jason
Hey.
Aldean.
Hey man, you filled my hot dog water with hot dog water.
I would have asked Jason Aldean, like, "Hey, this is a small town. What are we going to do to this guy?"
Yeah,
You got my back?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Here's what you do: you don't call the police.
Okay.
You go to Jason Aldean. You say, "I'm going to call the cops," or we can figure this out on the side.
Either way, that guy is being beaten to
Well,
death.
I get to punch him one time, and
No,
you're
no,
giving
no.
me 10 grand. Are you happy?
I
then?
get to punch you one time, and then I get to proceed to pee on you.
I don't think that's a deal you work out. I think it's just something you have to do.
Yeah, once he's
Like,
unconscious.
instead of like making a big deal about it, he realizes he's getting peed on. Go into the establishment, go get the guy, knock him out, then pee on
Put
him.
yourself in that position. You're just working. You're selling hot dogs on the street, the hot street, the July streets of Nashville, right? And you start to feel something pouring onto you, dripping onto you.
And you're like, "It's not
And you're
raining."
like, wait, it's not raining. And you look up, and as it's hitting you,
This
you
rain,
realize
this rain smells like asparagus.
that guy's peeing off the roof and it's landing on me. Like, yeah, you got to fight.
But now the classic hot dog vendor usually has an umbrella on top of their cart, so
That's
I think
true.
he might be slipping where he doesn't have his
If
umbrella.
it was at night, they take the umbrellas down.
Do they?
It's for
Is
the
that a
heat.
rule?
I made that up.
I was going to say.
I thought I said it confidently
You
enough.
did. I was like, wait a second. You said that very confidently. Yeah.
Well,
man.
the umbrella's for the Matt Barber sentenced to tickling until he pees himself.
Ooh.
No, having someone else pee on you is infinitely worse, exponentially worse than peeing on yourself.
And then I would have lied to the police. I'd have been like, "And he shook it 4 times, which is now playing with
Now
it.
he crossed the line,
He-
so now it's sexual assault.
He was masturbating up there."
Yeah. You got to add some
Yeah.
stuff to it. Oh my goodness.
The classic saying doesn't fit too well, or it fits too much.
What?
I'd rather be peed off than peed on,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he got both. I don't
Moral of
know.
the story: a rooftop is not a boat. You can pee off the side of a boat. You can't pee off the side of a roof because
Well,
guess where that goes?
There's a lot of places you can pee.
Down.
A bathroom
Yeah,
on this rooftop
a
bar.
different
Yeah.
bathroom. The
Yeah.
woods.
Or you
a
walk
pitcher?
down to the bottom of the rooftop and
Yeah.
you pee on the ground level.
Your,
or
empty bottles.
I'd rather him pee on the roof, literally.
Could.
Yeah, it would at
Like
least
that
hit
would
the
have been
gutter.
better.
Or pee in the gutter.
Yeah, and
But-
at least then it's controlled.
Well, and depending on how drunk he was,
Ah, that is true.
I mean, you kind of lose all like, yeah, it's a long drop. It's going to fade.
I peed in a garbage can once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's,
Here at the church.
No,
I see that one under your desk there. I was like,
the old days.
yeah, I've peed on lots of different things. Yeah.
Okay,
We talked about this last week, actually.
so that was a great episode, you guys. Oh wait, no, we gotta bless somebody. Obviously,
Oh,
The hot dog.
I know normally we're like, you bless the idiot. I'm blessing the guy that got peed on here.
yeah, because he didn't get to go knock him out right
Everybody
away.
good with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Hot dog vendor.
Hot dog vendor that got urinated on.
Pod bless your heart, sweetie.
Let's call him-
Seriously,
let's
um,
name him Giuseppe.
I'm
really,
so sorry.
Really, God bless his heart, because, like I said, he should have went up there and murdered that guy.
For when he goes to jail for committing the murder.
It's just pee, guys. You guys are getting too out of hand. Now, if it was poop, I'd be like, yeah, we'll fight the guy.
What?
Pee, though, it's like, it's just pee.
Do you know how much harder it would be to poop on somebody than pee on them?
Yes, I do.
Oh, no.
I know exactly how much harder it would be.
I put that on a tee for you. You're welcome. All right, guys. Great show tonight.
Every step of the way.
Yeah. You got anything else?
Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you're out there watching, make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Tell people about the show.
Rate and review. Yeah, if you can leave a rate and review on Facebook or on YouTube
5-star.
or on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Yeah, on Spotify, I think you just leave stars.
What does Pat McAfee say?
Don't even have to do anything.
Leave a review. If you love the show, go leave a review. And if you hated it, let's act like it never happened.
But yeah, help us get out there to more people. And what's the donut place we need to talk to about a sponsorship?
Peace,
Peace, love, and donuts.
If you know them, go search them out on Facebook. Tell them they need to get up with us.
2 locations, Union and Buttermilk Pike.
It's
Thomas
on
More
Buttermilk?
College.
Ah, okay.
There is a difference.
There
Thomas
is.
More College. That used to be their thing.
Oh, Thomas More University.
Is it?
Yeah, we're a team. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and we're D2 now.
wow. Also, go support your local seller of candy corn.
Or not. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah. I'm Joey.
I'm Josh.
I'm Brett.
And
this is Podbless.
You almost forgot.
I really did.
Yeah. Candy corn, though? Really? It's just wax.
I love the pumpkins.
Oh, yeah. The pumpkins are pretty garbage. Yeah. All that candy. Ugh.